We are here today chatting with Uzi. He is a new, proud family source consultant parent of a sweet little baby girl. And I am so excited for you. Congratulations on your new little girl. Tell us a little bit about Libby.
Hi, good morning from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Thank you very much for the congratulations. Libby, she's doing very well. She's awesome. She born on 24th June. Like today, she celebrates 5 weeks in this world. And she's doing very well. She eats very good. We give her a birth milk from our surrogate. So all good. We are very happy here and we are very enjoyed, but there is no place like home.
Yes, I'm sure you're so excited to get back home and get settled with your new little baby. Is fatherhood everything that you hope for?
Yes, except of the non-sleeping at the night. But yes, this will go probably in 2 weeks, in 2 months. She will sleep very well at night, but all good. I'm very excited. And yes, we are very, very happy.
Did you always want children, or was this something relatively recently that you decided to do?
Actually, I was thinking about that for the last 10 years, the last decade. And yes, 3 years ago, I started really to work on that. It was a very long journey. I was here in 2018 in Portland, Oregon, in our clinic ORM, and I started to work with them. It was a long process, very emotional, a lot of things to do, and then also the COVID-19. So we need to open again also the contract. It was not so easy. But children, yes, I really want children. I really want to be a father and to take all what the world can offer for me.
Being from Israel, how did you learn of family source consultants since you're across the world?
Yes, actually, I checked 2-3 agency, and then with FSC, it was so comfortable, and the things that I start to work with them and I decide to work with FSC agency is because every moment and every time it was a really professional way of thinking and behaving. Then the case manager, Nicole, I really appreciate all what she has done for us, because she was all the time on top of the things, all the time by mail, by WhatsApp, video call. Everything was really, really professional. So then I decide, if there is like everyone and every person is professionalities in other things, so I feel very comfortable with that. So I decide that this is my agency and I start to work with them. It was also a long process to find a surrogate, but then when we find the one, so I knew exactly that she is the one for me.
Okay, so how did you know? What was the point that you knew that the surrogate was the one that you wanted to work with?
We did a matching meeting with Ashley and her husband, and then Ashley, my surrogate, asked me, because I'm Jewish, so she asked me if she need to do a kosher diet during the pregnancy. And that was a very emotional and very touching question for me. And from that question that she went through this and through this point, I knew that she is the one. So yes, so then we hang out, and then I send exactly on the spot, on the time. I send a mail and I said, she is the one. Please connect with her and be in touch with her. She is the one for me. Because of the diet kosher, she thought that she need to eat differently and not mix milk with meat. But and that was very emotional.
Before meeting Ashley, Did you have any fears with working with the surrogate in general?
Yes, before Ashley, I had like maybe 2 or 3 different surrogates, and it didn't work with them. It was really a different way of thinking from Ashley, but at the end we find the one. Yes, at the beginning you don't know who she will be, how to deal with her, what can be with the surrogate. Even if we sign a contract with her, it's a person that crossed the world from where I am. And yes, it's not easy to communicate with the language, different way of thinking, culture. So, but at the end, it works very nicely.
Let me switch gears just a little bit. We have recently learned that Israel has changed a few laws or rulings to make surrogacy available for the same-sex couples and single fathers. How are you feeling about that?
Yes, we fight for that for the last few years. We fight in Israel. The gay community fight for that law to come out in Israel. It was a long journey also with the gay community and our government to be equal for all the genders and all the people in Israel. To be a parent, it doesn't mean that you need to be only straight, only white or black. It doesn't matter. Everyone can have this option in the world to be a father or to be a parent. So that works very nice. When we had the delivery on this week, we heard from the court of Israel and the news that now it's allowed, and in 6 months it will be allowed also in Israel. I don't know actually how it will work in Israel because we are like 8 million people in the country. I don't know how many surrogates you can find in 8 million people, but the option is open now, and that's good. And that means that people start to think that gay community, they are equal to other people. So that's very important. I don't know, maybe I will do the next child or the sister or brother for Libby, I will do in Israel, or maybe I will come back again to United States. But this we'll see, the time will tell.
What advice would you give to someone who is just getting started with their surrogacy journey?
Actually, I want to say that they need to be very open and take a big breath and to count till 3 or even maybe 10. But this journey at the end, you get what you want, you get your dream come true, and it's good, and it's also nice to have at the end in my arms my little girl, and yes, to continue even if there is like hard days and hard feelings sometimes, but at the end you get what you want and your dream come true, so it's nice to have it.
Yes, I love that advice. Just take a deep breath and trust the process.
So trust the crew of FSC. They know exactly what they are doing. Nicole, as I told before, Nicole was adorable and she was so awesome. She was so professional on top of the things. Like I felt like I have like a manager in the United States, and she cooperate and deal with all our things that we need. And it was very, very, very professional way of thinking from her and from the agency. And the last 15 years, my brand is working very well in Israel. And all the time, I met so many girls and boys dancing and have a good time in our events. And now I have my own child that I can raise her to be a maybe dancer. She will be at the end what she wants, but it's nice if she will join the party and the events. And yes, now I have my own things, my own child. So this is a different world for me now.